Escarabajo. Temazo. La consulta del doctor Escarabajo, dígame.
La consulta del doctor Escarabajo.
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 I can be found in the studio on and off, and last year was the last official release, a single called The Long and Winding Road, and a couple of years before that, we released an Elvis tribute CD. I think every album that you make reflects a phase in your life. It's kind of hard to compare like my first album to where I'm at now. I've been working and writing and recording in Memphis, and this album is my most personal album so far. I wrote most of the songs, the arrangements, did the production, and we're working really hard right now on finishing up on it. So I guess you can say it's my most personal album and very much me. Right now, I'm finishing up on my Memphis Soul album. That's going to be on a real different level with high-class, legendary musicians. And I've been working in a great studio, vintage style, in my favorite city of Memphis, Tennessee.
'Cause I've cried anyway, you'll never know.
I've been in the music business for quite some time now. I started singing when I was about 14 years old in my first band. And I did record 5 CDs up till now, working on a new one. And I also did many collaborations with various musicians. I've worked in many different venues all over the world. I do studio work, I do sessions, and also am happy to say that I worked with a lot of great artists and legends, ranging from Elvis's musicians that I toured with for 2 years, 2 seasons, but also people like Chris Montes or Wanda Jackson, for example. And I'm just very grateful that I'm able to do what I do and make my living by following my heart and doing music in all kinds of shapes and forms.
And still they lead me back.
I think one of the main things when you go to a live show of me is that I always like to have a variation of styles. Ever since I started singing, and I've been singing most of my life, I like to combine jazz and classic country and gospel and just to combine a lot of different styles that I love. And also those are the styles that were popular in the 50s and 60s. If you look at singers, the crooners, that's what I like to do. And I think it's a nice variation of styles and of songs. It's definitely not boring. It's very glamorous. I like to involve the audience with what I do, with the songs, with the lyrics. I always hope that they understand what I'm saying with my songs and to get the feeling across. I like to move on the stage when the song is right for it. And Any innovation? Yeah, I think every day, every time, every performance, you can always better yourself, and that's the whole thing in life. To grow, and that's the good thing about every time that you do a show.
Me standing here a long, long time ago.
So the next dates where you can see me live presenting the new album. So I assume or confirm that is about the new record that is gonna come out, the Memphis Sessions. Well, that's all gonna be announced. I don't know yet because the album has to be ready yet, and there are a few labels interested in releasing it, and I have to do some meetings, and we have to discuss some things about release and what is, to set up a plan with my manager and the people involved. So I would love to present it in Spain, of course, but we have to go through all the stages first to release it, and everything involved. So rest of Europe, but mainly America as well.
It always leads me here.
I always carry a little notebook with me. I always work. Sometimes I wake up and I have a melody in my head, and sometimes I have words or things that I have in my mind that I write down, and sometimes I sit down and write a new song, and I have a new little thing that I'm working on back home, a Western swing production that I'm writing for, and it's always once one project is done, the songs always keep on coming, and I'm working on the next thing. But that's why it's good to finish up on the Memphis recording first, because sometimes the timing is everything, and I'm always working on the next songs and music and ideas. I always have a lot of ideas. Sometimes I have a lot of different projects that I'm working on at the same time. And tribute shows like I did around Elvis's birthday. I always have a lot of Elvis things, because Elvis is the red thread in my life. Ever since I started singing mostly every show, I sing Elvis songs. And it always feels right, because it's such a big part of my life. And now it's like a full circle going back to Memphis to record, and it just happened to be that way because the studio went to Memphis, and before it was in Nashville, now it's in Memphis. So it all kind of it was meant to be. That's how it feels. My future plans are firstly to release the album, and then that's gonna take a while to promote it and do media and that theater tour, and I think that's
You left me standing here a long, long time ago.
Hola, soy su Moreno. Me gusta mucho tocar en Segovia. He estado allá una vez más hace muchos años, y I look forward to playing for you this Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you all in beautiful Segovia. Muchas gracias.